Hi everyone, Julia here recording this. I think it's July 27th, I'm not sure, but I know that the year's 2023 or so they say. And I was just thinking how there's good in everything. Pardon. And whenever you have a negative emotion, that's an opportunity to find the fear or the judgment, the reason behind it. Because the reason you're having the negative emotion isn't because of some incident that happened, some drama that played out. It's because there's something inside you that is not balanced, not optimal. There's information in your subconscious that needs to be deleted and replaced. And getting triggered, that is a very positive thing. The more emotion you have behind one of these negative events, these negative emotions, stronger they are, stronger the fear is, and probably the easier it is to find. So once again, it goes back to that honest self-awareness and just having that objective awareness, to whereas when you do get angry or triggered in any way, upset, whatever, kind of all the same thing, right? You stop then and you look at it objectively. And you look at your behavior and you consider whether the behavior is warranted for that particular situation. And then you look further to see if you can figure out what's driving that behavior in you. And that's where you have to get really honest. Because most of us have the judgment that we're not good enough. Maybe not as a general thing, but in certain situations, that judgment will pop up and it needs to be addressed. Cheryl would call it a fear. And there's lots of ways to address it. Cheryl has her fear bracelets. And the modality I use is called Language Lessons of the Heart. And I've mentioned many times there's an emotional healing playlist on this channel, as well as a Language Lessons of the Heart workshop. And you just have to indulge and do the work. Knowing about it is nice, but you have to do it. Talking about it is nice. Telling others they should do it, yeah, good. But if you're not actually doing the work, it's going to be evident to anyone who has, anyway. Anyone who hasn't, they're just another one of them. Something they're familiar with, so you're just the average person, I would say, I guess. So if you don't want to be an average person and you want to be content most of the time and manifesting what you want in life and have an opportunity to help others because you have so much abundance, then it would be wise to do your inner work. And the way I used to deal with situations was just to stay in a fog with alcohol and pharmaceuticals. And it seemed like I would have fun if I was inebriated, but I was never happy. I had pseudo happiness, like I said, when I was under the influence. But anytime I wasn't under the influence, I was seeking to get there. And really, that was the only time I would feel content and just have self-confidence. And one of the main reasons I turned to drugs was because I didn't have self-confidence. And there were lots of things I couldn't do unless I was under the influence. And if you do emotional healing work, inner work, shadow work, however you like to describe it, then you have that self-confidence. And you are content. So you don't need, chemicals to complete you and make you feel okay to be around, to be alive. Before it was just such a struggle to get through each day, hoping I could get as intoxicated as possible. And so different now. And it's something I never thought could happen. I never thought I could get to this place where I was happy just being in that normal state. I used to wonder how other people could do it. I would look at people and go, wow, how do they do that? Not do drugs or alcohol, just be normal all the time. Man, how do they live? How do they handle it? Well, perhaps they had done some shadow work or they weren't as damaged. But yeah, like I said, I really didn't think it was possible. And really wasn't expecting that to be one of the outcomes of doing the inner work. And another outcome I didn't really expect, very foggy today, the clouds meet the land, is just how many synchronicities and opportunities appeared in my life once I started heading down that path. And one of the reasons could be is because when we do our inner work, we're lowering the entropy of the system. We're helping eliminate some of the chaos, putting some order, and help evolving consciousness as a whole. Each one of us that does our inner work, we're assisting with lowering the overall entropy of the system, so the system rewards us for that. And also, by doing your inner work, it's easier to focus on what you want instead of worrying about what you don't want. And so there's just so many benefits. And as Cheryl and I were mentioning in our chat the other day, it's one of these things that usually only older people do, or someone who's had some real tragedy in their life, and they're just at wit's end. They're just done, sick and tired of waking up sick and tired. And one of the things we'd like to encourage, especially I know I would, and I'm sure Cheryl's the same, is to embark on your inner work earlier in life. Don't wait. Don't hit rock bottom first. Wherever you are, if you haven't done any inner work, there's probably some fears and judgments to deal with. Handle those and just watch how your life blossoms. It's truly miraculous. And like I've said many times, I'm just in awe of this new reality that I live in. It's just so blissful and sometimes so surreal. And I'm just thrilled that I made it here. And like I said earlier, I just never would have thought that doing inner work could bring so many benefits. So many benefits. It changes your frequency, helps you get closer to optimal frequency, which helps you attract the proper tribe to be around you, to give you that support, help you grow. And one of the things I was just thinking about also, which is kind of a different topic, is how everyone who comes across our path has something to offer us. Definitely some lessons. And regardless if whether or not we resonate with them, we can definitely learn lessons from them. And as Cheryl was talking about last week, we have to always consider their actions from an empathetic perspective. And, don't be a doormat or let people abuse you, but have understanding and empathy about where they're coming from and try to handle it calmly as possible. And oftentimes the best response is no response. And no response is a response. Very strong one. And sometimes no response will trigger someone more than if you responded. But again, circling back, getting triggered is a good thing because it leads you to reasons why you're getting triggered, so then you can address those. So there you go. Next time you get triggered, angry, upset, your feelings get hurt, whatever, consider why and see if you can't do something about it. And if you don't know where to start, go to the Language Lessons of the Heart workshop playlist on this channel and just watch it and do the work, and then watch this amazing life unfold for you. All right, everyone, thanks for listening. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Remember to always focus on what you want. Help others if you can. Ciao, ciao.